Valley Center traveled to La Jolla to take on the Vikings on Friday night. Early on in the game, Daniel De Leon will set up and look for Brad Dozier on a screen pass. The running back hauls it in and picks up a good gain on the ground. Breaking tackles, finally going to the ground. That would lead to this run up the middle by Jacob Cunningham, who breaks in, dives across the goal line for a touchdown, but the play would be called back on a holding penalty against the Jaguars. A couple of plays later, De Leon, in the face of some pressure, puts it up down the middle, and it's intercepted by the Vikings inside their own 5-yard line. But the Valley Center defense would respond as Deriki Blaze comes in and makes a big sack. That would lead to quarterback Daniel De Leon setting up and finding tight end August Flugie for this 34-yard touchdown through the air that would tie the score at 7 for the Jaguars with 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Once again, the Valley Center defense would step up as the quarterback tries to run for a first down and would come up short on a fourth down conversion attempt, giving the ball back to the Jaguars. But the La Jolla defense would respond as Daniel De Leon's pass is intercepted, and after breaking a couple tackles, is returned all the way for a touchdown 51 yards later, and that put La Jolla up 13-7 after the extra point was blocked. The Vikings got the ball back and drove in close to the goal line, but on this pass play, John Cabrera breaks up the pass in the corner of the end zone, and the Vikings would have to settle for a field goal to go up 16-7. After the Valley Center drive stalls, the punting unit comes on, but the La Jolla returner can't handle the kick, and the Jaguars come up with the fumble recovery. On the next play, the Valley Center offense takes over again, and De Leon hits Josh Lucas on the quick pass, and Lucas rumbles all the way down the field and right into our living rooms for the touchdown. The Valley Center trailing by only 3 points. The defense stepped up once again as Larry Wheeler comes through and breaks up the run in the backfield. And a few plays later, Dylan Chafee spots the runner on the sweep, brings him down for a loss to help keep Valley Center alive. But the Vikings would run a play with a little trickery as they pitch back to the wide receiver. And he rolls out, throws it deep for a long touchdown pass to put La Jolla out in front 23-13 with just over 7 minutes left to go in the game. Valley Center would respond as De Leon sets up, throws down the middle for Josh Lucas, who pulls in this pass for a 30-yard touchdown that once again pulled the Jaguars to within 3 points at 23-20. And then, needing to make a stop to stay in the game, the Valley Center defense stuffed the run on third down here to help set up a punt and get the ball back to the offense. With under 2 minutes left to go in the game, the Valley Center offense took the field. Daniel De Leon tries to pick up a big play here by throwing deep down the sideline for Brad Dozier. But as Dozier goes for the ball, he gets knocked out of bounds. And the Vikings are flagged for pass interference, giving Valley Center a first down. But 4 plays later, Daniel De Leon has trouble hanging on to the snap. After it gets kicked around, the Vikings fall on it to get the ball back with 1:45 left on the clock. The Valley Center defense would hold, giving the ball back to the offense one more time. But on 4th and 18, De Leon tries a desperation heave to Brad Dozier, who takes a big hit and the ball comes free for an incomplete pass. On the final play of the game, the Vikings look like they're going to take a knee to run out the clock, but the quarterback doesn't go down right away, and so the Jaguars come through the line and appear to knock the ball away. The referees don't see a fumble, and so the game ends with a final score of La Jolla 23, Valley Center 20, pushing Valley Center's record to 2-1 so far on the season.